Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to the 7th episode of In Search of the Ultimate Bullitt. In this episode, we'll meet up again with Ittai, who we met already in episode 6 last week. In this episode, Ittai will show us his ultra-light built Bullitt. If you have any questions about this bike, put them in the comments beneath the video, and I'll see to it that you get an answer as soon as possible. And now, without further ado, let's check out Ittai's ultralight built Bullitt. Okay, so hi Ittai, hi again.
Hi Helgi.
Okay, so what we didn't tell in the beginning of the first video is that you actually own two Bullitts.
Yeah.
So we just had a look at the pinion Bullitt, and now we'll have a look at this one. So I think we can skip the introduction because we know you already now, and we'll start by checking out the bike parts and give us some explanation. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's start again in the front.
Yes.
And then move backwards and check everything out. Okay.
So this is the bike that actually really awakened my love for the Bullitt. So we had an electrical Bullitt, which was heavy and electrical. So the drive was very straightforward. You didn't have to work. And I wanted to see what you could do with a non-electrified analog Bullitt. Try to make it as light as possible and to make it ride like a regular bicycle.
Okay.
So I bought a frame, and I started buying parts for it.
So this is the raw frame, I think.
The raw, yes.
Yeah.
So it's a raw frame. It has nothing done to the frame. There's no lacquer. There's no paint. It's a little bit of a myth, but they say that this frame is about 1 kilogram lighter than the one with the powder coat. Because the Bullitt actually has, I think, 4 or 5 layers of powder coat. It's a very heavy lacquer. So I started with buying wheels. I had them custom made in Germany. So it's Spank Spoon rims that are laced to I think it's a Supernova hub, which has a dynamo inside, so it powers your front light when you're biking. It has again the 200 millimeter disc rotors with Shimano XT brake claws. So the Shimano XT is a mountain bike system, which is quite light for the power it delivers. So I decided to have as much Shimano XT on this bike as possible. Okay. It has a Kojak tires, which are slicks, which are very bad in the rain, and actually mostly all of the time. But they look nice and they're fast. We have a Supernova front headlight. Other than that, if you move on this side of the bike, we have titanium steering rod that I've made myself.
Okay. So how did you do that? So you took the original one and made kind of a copy?
Yeah, so the original is a steel chromoly tube which is bent, and it is very heavy. So in this shop we have also people who work with metal. I bought some titanium tubing, I bent it, and asked if somebody wanted to weld some bolts to it to try the first time, and it worked really well. So I made a couple more, sold a couple. There's more people than you think that want their Bullitt to be lighter, and so it's just cool that it's been made by me. I feel, and it's light. It looks nice. Nobody has it.
Okay.
And so that's that. As load beds, I use a Fahrer deck. So it's just tarpaulin deck. It's very light. It's enough for carrying small loads. On top of that, we have also the Fahrer bowl, which is like a bag actually that you can Velcro to your bike. It's very handy. You can take it off in seconds. Also very light.
Yeah.
Moving to the back more, we have the cockpit, Ergon GA3 grips, Shimano XT brakes. It's a 1x12 gearing system, so all the gearing happens here. It has a carbon bars.
Okay.
It actually has a carbon steering tube, which has been made by a friend in Germany as well, also Eric from Velution. I think he's selling these now.
Okay.
It has titanium
Bottle
holder, bottle cage.
Yeah.
So it's all, this bike was really focused on being as light as possible.
Yeah.
Moving to the back, we have, again, Shimano XT cranks.
Yeah.
Bottom bracket, stamp 1 pedals. We have an oval chainring. Shimano XT in the rear. Very, very good system, also very foolproof. You only have shifting in the rear. It works a lot better than all the internal hubs. It's a lot lighter. It's very direct.
More efficient.
Yeah, very efficient. Only downside is you have to clean your chain every once in a while.
Yeah.
I really love the gearing system.
Yeah.
The rear wheel is also custom made. It's also Spank Spoon rim laced to a Hope rear hub.
Yeah.
It also has a Shimano XT rear brake setup with 4 pistons. Some titanium bolts that I colored. Generally, this is more of a hobby bike to see what's the lightest bike I can build, being a cargo bike.
So, and you're still experimenting? Is it still going to? Is it an ongoing project?
Yes. Yeah. Just this morning, actually, I installed the carbon steering tube.
Okay.
Because I didn't get to it yet, but so it's actually very interesting. It's just a carbon tube that has been made to work with the steering, so it should. It takes a lot of weight because it's actually one of the heaviest parts in your bike. It's a metal tube.
Okay.
And it also has the steering tube is also metal tubes, and by changing into titanium and carbon, you actually can take a lot of weight off your bike.
Yeah. So have you any idea of the weight as the bike now is?
Yes. So the bike it's now with a bit of Fahrer bowl and everything is just below 20 kilograms.
Okay.
So for a Bullitt, it's quite light.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever tried picking up an electric Bullitt, this one is just very light. You can hold it up with one hand.
Yeah.
It's really quite a nice bike to ride, actually. It feels a lot of non-cargo bikes weigh 20 kilograms, so rides very well.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and the saddle and the saddle post, is that something special?
I try to have all these seats on all my bikes. It's an Ergon seat, very comfortable, downhill style seat.
Yeah.
I don't know the type.
Okay.
I think it's SMD. And then you have the Thompson Elite seat post. This one is not carbon. I didn't have the money for a carbon one.
Okay, but that's still it's maybe possible in the future.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Light in the rear, also Bush & Müller. I put in this bike, as much as I could, I put the cables inside of the frame. So it has internal cabling, which is also quite special, I think.
Yeah.
So the lights, they go in the seat tube.
Yeah.
They go all the way through the frame, all the way to the front to the dynamo.
Yeah.
Here the lights, also the cables, they go in the fork. So there is no electrical cables.
No.
As much as possible.
No. Okay.
I try to do it as neat as possible.
As possible, yeah. And I just saw this is something I haven't seen on other Bullits. So is this something?
No, actually, if you go look on your Bullitt, you won't have it. But if you buy an analog frame, they always have this.
Okay.
Usually it's black. I just spray painted it silver. So this is where, if you have more chain rings in the front, this is where you mount your shifter.
Okay.
Your front shifter.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. I also have, this is a spray painted cover. I have a CNC machined aluminum cover that fits inside, but I haven't gotten to mounting it yet.
Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.